We'll have a breakdown. This is the last thing I need now. Not good stuff.
Yeah, you think someone trying to cover the season there?
Just, disaster. Welcome back. Big job on. Robbie has the van all cleaned up, ready for Arva's show tomorrow. That probably is long over now at this stage. But the tractor and mower, you might have seen this big lady in operation before. Bit of hay fever. Actually going to mow hay. It is a glorious day. Few good days forecast. I got an offer of a field. There's about 5 acres of pretty old permanent pasture. Just going to go and mow it now. Showers forecast, but the sky doesn't look too bad. You'll see the type of stuff it is. I actually thought it was the other kind of grass than this. So this farmer, he doesn't have any stock and he wanted me to put the sheep on it. It's not really suitable for sheep. It'd be alright for dry ewes, be fine, but they tramp a lot of it into the field. So I said I'll mow it, try mowing it. Have 3 good days, we'll see how it goes. Could be madness, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, so we'll give it a go. Never mowed this before, so a wee bit nervous, especially on somebody else's tractor and mower. This is the neighbour's one that I hire in. We'll get started. We're just checking to see what it's like. Am I mowing tight enough? I'd say I am mowing pretty tight here. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's tight enough. Not good stuff. Not good stuff to be baling up. Something I wouldn't be that familiar with, but it's ragwort, I think it's called, or bullions or bohilans we call them here in Ireland. But there's a couple standing here and they're actually poisonous. They're poisonous after they're cut. I'm not sure how or why, but they're in some way toxic to animals, and you'll see a couple of yellow flowers just dotted around the field. So I'm just going to pull these here and get them out of the ground because they are not good in fodder, especially when you put them into fodder. They will poison livestock, so I'm just going to pull a few of them. I was speaking to a farmer not that far away, and he actually used to keep a few sheep because sheep will eat them when they're coming up fresh. They'll eat the small leaves off the plant when they're growing in the spring, so you won't have a problem with them then the rest of the year. Now, nice little bundle gathered up. I think that's them all. Thankfully, there's not too many in the field. And it's only a small little field because pulling them isn't much fun. If you have a problem with them, a few sheep will solve it. Second bundle gathered up. I thought I had them all the last time, but no. So I'm just finding a wee spot to get rid of these, that nothing will get eaten them, because pretty poisonous stuff. When you pull them, they get very, very toxic. So just see a wee spot in here between 2 fences. Be safe enough. So you'll see it's actually dropping it, as we say here. The mower's dropping it pretty well. Going to take a bit of rearing too. 3 good days forecast, but a little bit like this, hazy sunshine. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get this reared. Still quite green, but we'll hope for the best. I see one more sneaky one here and a bumblebee on it. Sorry, bumblebee. That's the job done. Not too bad. Happy days. Took me time mowing it because it is ground I'm not familiar with. Somebody else's machinery. You kind of have to be extra careful to look after it, but went fairly well. So all we can do is hope for good weather now. we're just mowing another bit of ground here. It's along these lakes, this bit of ground that's about 10 miles away, so it's a rougher bit of grazing. You'll see that here. It is it's kind of a floodplain. It's underwater for a few months of the year, every year, and it grows some strange kind of plants here, but makes the best of it. And straw is going to be a problem again this year, so hoping for a bit of thinking about bedding 2025. Just planning ahead here. We might have something to bed the sheep with, so the only thing is I really am praying for good weather, because if it came wet, this stuff definitely is not worth wrapping. Even for dry cattle, suckler cows, I don't think it's worth wrapping. Sheep, absolutely not. Cattle, I don't know what cattle eat that. But it is quite easy to rear this. I didn't get it last year because the weather wasn't suitable, but I've reared it 2 years ago and the year before that as well. And actually this little corner in here, there's only a couple of acres on it, and got 28 bales, and it made the best of bedding. So if you're going to be given 40, 50, 60 quid even for round bales of straw, it's definitely worth trying to save this anyway. So we'll hope for the best. I'm going to go and check the rest of it. There's another 18, 20 acres up the other bit that's mowable. We'll see, I might mow that. It depends, we'll keep an eye on the weather here in case that changes as well. Rough enough looking stuff, but it'll make the best of it, I'm sure of it. So, not sure if I'm wise, but I'm mowing away here. It's quite grassy looking stuff. Bit of a soul on it, but it will feed something. It's going to take a miracle to turn this into hay though, but we shall hope for the best. So it's getting on here, but we're going to keep mowing. Another field, just tackling another field here. Sun is starting to go down, but I'm going to keep mowing. I'm optimistic. I was chatting to my baler man, and his thinking is, if it's mowed, it have to be lifted. So whether we get hay off it or not, I'm not sure. But it is grassy enough stuff in here, so we'll keep going. One o'clock in the morning. That's enough done for today. Mower folded up. We'll catch up with you in the morning. We'll see you then. Yeah, Robbie, you're ready to roll. Jesus, I don't like to see a lad with the pull-ups. A big stroke of work on the day. It was a good day forecast.
Right, good day.
Praying for good weather, Robbie. Should be heading it today, but it's just hard to be everywhere.
Well, should you do it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow's another day.
I was away at Arva show, my local show yesterday, and it was a really hot day, and I actually got well sunburnt. And I wouldn't have said it was that sunny. I think it was just the fact that I was out in it all day. But this has definitely withered well. There's not going to be much more rearing on that. So you'll see the mower that I used laid it pretty flat, and it has dried extremely well yesterday. It's not much of a hay day today. As you see, there's no sun shining in the sky here, but it is pretty warm. It's 20, 21 degrees. That's pretty warm for us. So you'd prefer if the sun was out, but what can you do? We'll get a bit of a start made here and see how it spins out. I've got my old Lily Lotus 300 and the old 1967 Massey Ferguson 135 on the go. We'll get to it. Oh, just after pulling up here, you really cannot take your eye off the ball for a minute. One of the clips hopped out and the pin was almost out. Close stuff. I have to look for a pin now. I wouldn't have much in the line of pins with me. I'd say it could really do with a cover on that shaft. I'd say a bit of grass flicked round, caught the clip and fired it out. But a close one. I think I can steal this clip maybe. Stick that one in there. Now, and that pin can come out. That's the split pin, can come out. Oh, I'll stick that into the toolbox here. Just got that clip sorted out. The sun is just starting to come out here. Hard enough to see where you're going here. This is the stuff that is not being tethered, and this stuff is. So it's quite hard to see. Only for these little bits of green in it. It's very hard to see what you've done and what you haven't. But we're going well. We'll keep going. We're after going up a gear. We're going up from first to second. And the little pony, as I do call it, is working hard. But it's getting it done. We've quite a bit to do, so we'll keep going. Field number 1 done. Not too bad. Actually, a kind of a dust coming off it already. It is pretty dry. It was an unbelievably hot day yesterday. But this stuff should be easily enough reared. Gotta say, we have another couple of dry days left. But I am not sure what this next bit of ground is like. Definitely grassier kind of stuff. It's actually 10 miles away, so the day is getting on. We'll hit the road. Very green looking up here. Hazy sunshine today, as you can see. Not mad bright sunshine, but it's pretty warm. There's a nice wind blowing, a bit of drying. So just moved across here into this other bit of ground. It's across the road here. It's a bigger block of ground here. There's about, I think about 17 or 18 acres of this that I've mowed as well. I am not sure about this. It is very, very green looking grass. Very green looking, but nice and dry on top. But quite green and wet underneath. That is actually soaking. Not sure if you can see that. See the moisture on my hand there. Really, really wet underneath. But when I was mowing this, very thick sole on it. You'll see that kind of very thick sole there. So I'm not really sure what kind of stuff this will make, but we're going to go for hay. We'll try for hay on it again. Worst case, this could be baled up for silage. Suckler cows or dry dairy cows would be fine. They'd be happy enough in this. Not just sure about it for sheep. No, but it is quite grassy stuff. There's quite a bit of grass now, but a lot of sole kind of. I'm sure the quality wouldn't be outstanding, but we better get going here. There's a good bit to do. Keep at it. So a bit of a bush repair that we'll have to do. I've no clips. It's just going to have to do the job, but it should be fine. We can keep an eye on it. So I was just admiring my field of pretty nice stuff. This will probably make the nicest hay of it all. It's nice grassy stuff. Not much stem in it. Pretty nice sheep hay, I suppose you could call it, because sheep don't really like that real stemmy old type hay meadow. They generally don't like it. It's too much stem in it for them. But this is lovely stuff. But I'm not sure if you could see that. It's actually spitting rain. Farming is a tough game. Really tests your resolve. Just when I was admiring the nice field of hay, I could feel spits of rain. But anyway, what we do, there's not much forecast. There's a 10% chance. I'm just after checking the phone. So it's only for a short window. I think it might have even passed now. I'm hoping. I kept shaking it anyway. I only had a couple of runs up and down. Kept going because worst case, I can bale this up for silage anyway. We stick the 24 wraps on it. Biggest problem is getting it home. It's 10 miles from here back to my shed. That's the biggest problem with it. But worth giving you a look here. You might have seen it there in the clip earlier. It is an amazing, a really nice part of the world here. So we're looking out. There's the little pony, little workhorse there. She has performed well today now, and the old Lily. The Lily has done some clattering and banging all day. You see me with the earmuffs on. Couldn't listen to it droning and humming and whining. But beautiful lake here, and a couple of acres of a real old native oak forest there. And it's absolutely beautiful inside that forest. Very picturesque around here. It's a lovely part of the world. Blessed to be working here today now. It's a nice day. Not enough sun, but a very nice place to be working. Anyway, we'll not give out about the weather. We shall just live in hope. And I think Robbie's picking me up. I'm going to leave this tractor here. We might have a chat with Robbie when we catch up with him in a minute. So you see it's still spitting rain. I'm waiting on Robbie here. There's a little pony parked up here. When I feel the grass, it's not damp. I know there'll be more moisture on that in the morning with the dew. So if it stopped raining now, we'll be alright. But when I'm here, if you can see an old kind of heap of ivy here and trees and stuff, there's something hidden under this, which I don't think I've ever showed you before. You'll see an old stone building here. We'll just go in and have a look. Oh. So this old stone building was a house, and a really old house, really old house. Beautiful brick around the windows here. I'll just go in here for a look. Jump through this window here. So we're inside an old house. The real old type chimney there. So this house is my ancestral home, we call it. My grandfather was born here in this house. He moved up from here to where my sheds are 120 years ago, in 1904. So I think there was 9 of a family reared in here. Beautiful old building. It was an amazing sight. You wouldn't even know it exists there, but it's a little hidden treasure in between 2 lakes here. That's one of the lakes. That's the gate, the entrance gate down here. But if I just swing around here, there's actually another lake through those trees there. So if that house was ever resurrected when I become a millionaire sheep farming, I don't think it'll ever happen. But what a beautiful house to restore and do up. Bring it back to its former glory. Beautiful old building. Maybe someday, we'll see. I hope by the time I get down here, Robbie will be here. But I think it stopped raining. I think it stopped. We'll see what this is going to make lovely hay if I can get it. It's lovely grassy stuff. Be some of the nicest hay I think I've ever made. But it has it all to do. It has a lot of dyeing yet to do, as we call it. Yesterday was a really good day, and that definitely brought it a long way. It's about halfway there. 2 days left. We hope for the best. Go on, get clap.
Put the cock lifter on it and I'll bring in a few bales.
Shifter.
Yeah.
The old horse from the shifter.
Ah, yeah.
Bring you back to your younger days.
This man, you're going to make hay.
Yeah.
You have to say make hay when the sun shines.
Yeah, there's not much sunshine.
What do you do when there's no sun?
And it's raining.
No rain. You're going to have no rain.
Well, it was raining there 10 minutes ago. I have it on video.
It was drizzling.
Yeah. It's not great for this job, but
The wind is not the day to scallop.
I think we've a good day tomorrow. We're halfway there. How is it looking?
Good.
Not too bad.
Good.
Right. I'll go down and close this gate here. Will you get turned there?
And it's the field to be chasing. If I don't turn in the field.
Don't get her stuck now. I'll take her out for you anyway.
I don't know if that's right.
Now swing around there. So just back in the field here, this is the day after. Looks pretty good here on top. This has done quite a bit of dyeing. It has dried well on top, but you see it's quite thick here now. When I turn this over, quite a lot of green in that. Quite a lot of green now. I'm not sure that's going to be fit by tomorrow. But anyway, it is a lot of drying to do yet, so better get going. There wasn't great drying yesterday. It was a very overcast day. It's overcast again here, but the cloud's a bit more broken, so we might get a bit more drying. The sun might come out a little bit more, so we'll hope for the best. We'll get it turned here. So I left the little pony down here. You saw Robbie picking me up yesterday. So just better check the essentials here on it. Yeah, we've oil up to the mark. Diesel can be easily forgotten about. The pressure's on. Wouldn't be used to putting diesel in this thing. Water, have we water? Wouldn't have a lot of water in that. No, we're gonna have to get water for that now. She is actually losing a little bit of water. So I'll have to sort something with that. Yeah, I think we'll do that first. Okay. Will she start? The little pony. Never let you down. Little beast. Big heron up there. Lovely big bird. Right. I've nothing in particular here for water. Just my tub for wipes. So I'm just going to grab a scoop from the lake here. Hope it's pretty clean. It should be okay. It's a nice spot here though. Pretty picturesque. Grab a scoop of water here. Ah, lovely. Not too bad. Should do it. Did actually notice the temperature wasn't going high, but it was going a little bit up. I think the water level could have been getting a bit low. She is throwing out a little bit of water around the pump. A little bit of a job to do on this thing. She works pretty hard. She doesn't do a lot of work, but when it is working, it works pretty hard. Now, top rope here. Now I know what you're thinking. Probably should be putting coolant in this, but this will get me out of a hole for now. Now, so I don't know what's in there. A couple of litres should make all the difference. Right. That's it. Better get a start made. field done. Actually shook up very well. It's surprising how well that's drying. We'll just move in here. I think it's going to take a bit more work in next door, but we'll see how it goes. Very green. So the dream continues. We're still at it here. This other field done now. Quite a bit of green lumps in it. Quite a bit of this stuff. That has a lot of dying and drying to do yet. But it looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. So I have till tomorrow evening, maybe even the following day. I have about a day and a half left. I'm going to live in hope. It's quite hot, even though it's hazy sunshine. Hazy sunshine, the sun isn't fully out, but there is a bit of drying there. It has done an awful lot since yesterday. So the little beast is working away here. She's working hard. We'll keep going. Now, that's another field done. This is the last field, just under a bit of pressure to get this one done. Quite a big field too. Not sure how many acres is in it, but there's a fair bit of run around it. But this stuff is cooking lovely. It's pretty much rare now. It was a little bit lighter in this field, but this stuff was ready. Not many of them green lumps in it. So we'll fly around it here. Just finished that other little field in there. A couple of odd lumps, but we should be okay. We'll get this done. Job done down here. That is the 20 acres shook out again. It is amazing what it's done since the sun has come out. It's drying well. We'll just have a look at this field. This field out here is the one I'm more worried about. There's more kind of lumpy green stuff in it. So you'll see it's a little bit heavier in this field. There's quite a bit of green stuff. But any of that green stuff that was kicked up is drying well. So really, there's a lot of green lumps in that. I'm not sure. Probably should be shaking that again, because I'd say there's another couple of hours of good sunshine here. And really it's only the top of it that's dry in here. That green stuff underneath will not dry unless it's brought up to the top. But I need to go. I have a little job on in Carrick-on-Shannon at the big boy ram sale. I have to go down and give them a hand just to get set up for the sale coming up on Friday. So we'll hit the road. This is the following day, just in on this small field. This first one I mowed, which is not my field, the one that I got to tidy up. That is cracking fit for baling. Perfectly dry stuff. Lovely job. Great. Right, that's the pressure off here. Going to head down to this other bit of ground. Don't think that's as far on. Rain coming this evening, but the dream continues. I'm hopeful. Now, just pulled up down here. It is. Looks really good here. Looks really good. But let's have a look. Actually, not too bad. It's a little bit damp in there, but I would not like to be playing with fire in this field at the minute. It's pretty dry. But as you can see, the odd little green bit in these lumps, you see a bit of a lump here. We'll just turn that over. Not far off. I am going to get this field shook out first. I would see nice hazy sunshine there. It should be fit. It will be fit. It's going to have to be fit. There's rain coming. So if this dream is to become a reality, we better get going. This field done. There is the odd green lump in it, as you can see, bit of green in it. I have no idea if it's going to be fit by evening. We shall just have to see. I don't know. Into the next field here. Just finished that other field. But a wee problem, but I'll show you that in a minute. So I'll give you a look at it here. It's coming along nicely. This was the field I was probably most worried about, but it is coming along really well. A little bit of green there, but not too bad. It's coming along really well. South facing. This was kind of the heaviest field. It was quite green lumps in it yesterday, but it has dried out something unbelievable. But it's just coming up to lunchtime. I have a bit of a lunch with me here. Fair play to Orla. She sent me off with a packed lunch today. Just pulled up for the bit of grub there. Very tempted to have a snooze, but no time for snooze. It's a glorious day, 23 degrees. But the reason I pulled up for grub, it's coming to lunchtime anyway, but I have a breakdown. My tractor is stuck in gear, and anybody familiar with these 100 series Massey Fergusons, oh, I'm just seeing something interesting here. I'm not sure if you can see that in the distance there. Seagulls. There's a few seagulls on the move around here. Always a sign of bad weather coming when the seagulls are so far inland. We're about 70-80 miles from the coast each way. We're right in the middle of Ireland, about 70-80 miles each side from the east and the west coast. So it's never good when you see them coming inland. There's definitely bad weather coming, so better keep moving. Haven't much time for this job, but we'll just give you a look what's happening. As I was saying, anybody that's familiar with these 100 series Massey Fergusons, in particular 35s and 135s, they can stick in gear. Now it is years since I had to do it with this, but from what I can remember, I think you open this and you open this cap. This is the cap for topping up the back end oil. Just clean off some of that dirt. Can't beat a bit of a breakdown here now. It's actually a long time since I had this open. Hang on that. There we go. That's that loosened. Blow away the dirt. So I'll just open this cap here. A major problem with these things is getting stuck in gear. This is the selector here. Now we're actually in trouble here, because what happens is it jams in between two gears. And you see I'm moving the lever there. But let's see if I can get it popped out. I'm not sure if I can even get the camera set up here, but we'll try it. Let's see now if we can get this loosened. Oh! So we're jammed in between second and reverse here. No, second and first. Cannot remember how to get this out. I think I need to get to the other selector. So I'm really struggling here. I actually can't get this out. I'm trying to get a look in here, and I can see the selector in there, but I cannot get it freed out. No matter what bar I put in here, I can put this one in, but I don't want to break in. I just cannot get it loosened out. I think I need to get back in to the back selector. That'll be the one on this side, and try and move that. But this is the last thing I need now. And the pressure on. Rain coming. I think it is not this selector, it's the one in at the back. So I've found an old sheep pin here. I think I need to get back in to move the back one. So if I can just put a little bend on this, I'm not even sure where I do that. Hang on, I might fit to work something here. Put a little kink on the end of this. This might be enough to do it. Need to get in here. Now I'm just after putting an extra bit of a bend on this, trying to get back in around this selector here. Oh, that's a bit more promising. Have you seen it? Oh, lovely job. Yep, happy days. Happy days, job done. Right, if you're not familiar with these tractors, you'll see that selector moving here inside there. And what actually happens is there's a little crossover lever that slips between this selector and the next one. And when you're trying to slip between gears, sometimes they can jam. And I think back when I rebuilt this tractor many years ago, is a little square thing that wears from slipping it in and out of gear. So another little job to fix that someday. Not great timing to be tricking at this and rain coming, so better get going again. Now, repair done, and just shook out that bottom, we'll call it, low-lying bit of ground along the lake, which is more kind of for bedding. It's kind of reeds and that strange weed in it. This here, since turning up before, taking the wee bite teeth, is unbelievably dry. It is done extremely well. So I'm thinking, when I look at the phone here, showing a bit of rain later on, I think I'll ring my baler man, see what the story is. See what he has to say for himself. This'll be good. I'm sure he's under pressure. Usually is. No answer. Right, no answer. Look, he'll ring me back. I'll have to get the hands free on, or I won't hear him. But he'll ring me back. We'll try and organise the rower. Missed call from this man. Just ring him back now. Well, I'm not too bad. I hear a beep there. The baler's going on you. I'd say the phone is busy too, is it?
It's a shop.
Yeah. Yeah, pressure's on. Rain coming, you see.
No, not certain rain yet now.
Yeah, well, I'm convinced there's rain coming.
When?
About 8 o'clock.
This evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough to dampen my spirits anyway. It mightn't affect the silage men too much.
Yeah, right.
What sort of time would you want to get started at this to get her?
Right, you know, you want to be out of this. You think the rain coming through, you want to be out of the 5 o'clock. I mean, what's 5, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Right. Yeah, do you think there's so much rain coming this evening, David?
I do honestly think there's a drop coming.
Right. I was in here, the oldest ready now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be in it. And then we'll probably end up back in there and making them through there.
Ah, yeah, and get her done before the rain comes.
100%.
Good man, I'll talk to you in a bit. I think the stars are lining up and we should get it. 2 balers are coming down, but I need to keep tedding here, so we'll keep going. This field actually isn't too bad. This was the lightest kind of stuff, but I think I would shake it out anyway. Actually not too bad this, yeah, it's a bit damp that. I'm going to just fly around it here and give it a little bit of a shake in here. When I have time, I'm going to do it. So that's the last field done. The rake, the grass rake as they call it, that makes the big rows, is on the way. That's going to the other field that we checked this morning. 2 balers are coming out as well. That's this finished. That will be fit. That is pretty good. As you can see, it is pretty good already. There's no green lumps. There's a good dust coming off it. Pretty confident that'll make probably the nicest hay. Quite a bit of dust. Probably should have a mask on me, but anyway, like all farmers, you know yourself. This other field that had the green lumps in it earlier, just going to go down, maybe run the rake through it again while I'm waiting on the boys. I don't think it'll do any harm. Keep at it. Now, this was the first field we were in this morning. Just having a look at it here. It is not bad. It is not bad. I have seen damper stuff baled up. But when I'm here, you see there's the odd little green bit here. It is drying well. When I'm here and I'm waiting on the boys, I'm just going to shake this out again. And it'll definitely help. It's not going to do any harm anyway, so. Bit of a job to keep the grass from wrapping around this. It is not bad, but as the grass gets drier, it's flung around a little bit more. So you notice here I'm missing one of the arms. The arm broke off. I'll try and show you that. I'm not sure if I showed it to you already, but all the days are rolling into one. But you'll see where it snapped off. It looks like it had been welded before. Which of you can see that? from here to here is the fresh bit that broke. From here to here is an old crack, and it just fell off, so I'm missing that arm, but it is not holding us back too much. Tedding done. 25 acres times 4, 100 acres on this baby. She is a great little tractor, in fairness to her, to keep going. Oh, what an unbelievable rake. What an unbelievable rake to keep going. She's after getting some abuse. This ground would not be particularly level, it's quite bumpy and got a lot of abuse, but she stood up to it well. Now this is probably the worst field of them all. There's still quite a couple of greenish lumps in it, but there's the odd thistle in this. You'll see there's some of this stuff, the odd green bit in it. But there's the odd thistle in this. Well, not the odd, there's quite a few thistles in it. I'm going to mark these bales. I'll keep these for bedding. I know it's really good hay, but it's funny, straw is actually more expensive than hay. So this is quite a valuable crop. Even if I was to use it all for bedding, it's quite valuable for bedding alone. But some of the other fields is far too good for that. It's really good quality hay. So look, I think we'll be keeping some of it for hay and some of it for bedding. But we'll mark the bales according to what we're going to use them for. What have you? This is ready. Just waiting on the rake, grass rake to come. But another little rake worth showing you here. One that I lifted out of the middle of that field across the road. The last time I made hay here, there was a tractor and loader. It's an old horse-drawn rake, big wheels on it. I'm not sure if you can see in here, those metal parts are like curved hooks. What that done was you pulled it across the field with the horse, and the hooks gathered the hay, and you pulled a lever and it opened up and left the hay in rows. And then you used some other device that pushed it up into a cock or a stack of hay. That was the old way of gathering hay. It was some hardship. I'm after a little bit of hardship with the little tractor, but not too bad. It was actually nice to be out and about, and a glorious part of the world to be in. Beautiful scenery down here. But that was hardship, where a lot of the work was done by hand, from turning it with forks to gathering it with horses and the old shifter. We might get a chat with Robbie. Robbie might remember the old shifter when he was a child. He helped out a local farmer. We'll see if we can get a chat with him later on. So just waiting patiently on the rake now, but we'll give you a look at it. I think this is really ready for baling now. It's going to make lovely hay. It smells amazing. It is just, feels lovely. You hear that kind of rustling noise, you know it's pretty dry. Feels really dry too. It's nice green hay. Should be good for sheep. So we'll wait patiently on the rake here. While I'm waiting, shop down the road. Might go and grab a well-deserved cup of coffee here. So the rake has just landed here. The baler's sitting waiting on the rake. He's just in time now. Decent roll, plenty of dust. Happy days. Now, you recognise this man here. Kyle is back on the go. Yeah, welcome back, Kyle.
Oh no.
How's your sheep after the shearing?
Ah, not too bad, getting on the best.
Yeah.
So she is.
Yeah, very good. Robbie, you're welcome too.
Thanks very much.
He's after giving me a lift down here. to collect me Jeep. We bought the tractor and tether home. What do you think? Is it fit for baling?
Jesus,
Oh,
look at
yeah.
it. Look at it.
Yeah.
An
The
exception.
dust of it is a shock.
The dust.
It's a good sign, isn't it?
That's it. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's all go.
I nearly ate it myself.
Would you, right?
Don't
You'd
think
be
I
happy
got-
enough.
Don't
Robbie,
think I got all day.
me, me and you can get a lot myself now. Some dust of it, isn't it? Huh? We're going well now. I think we're timing it well. There's rain coming though.
Aye.
Rain coming in an hour.
I have a second baler on the way.
Is there?
Aye.
That's
Number
bad.
2.
That's
How
bad.
do you
If you're
spell
wondering,
that sequoia tree?
what?
How do you spell that?
I look it up for you. Don't worry, Robbie. Me and Robbie's having an argument about a giant sequoia. How you spell sequoia? I look it up for you, Robbie.
S-E-Q-U-A.
No.
Oh no, it's never, you're never right here. You're never right.
Every day's a school day,
Oh,
Robbie.
you're never right.
If you're wondering why Kyle is here, Kyle's father is this man on the tractor. He is my contractor. Kyle, when are you going to start driving?
Oh, I am heading all week, so
Are you?
yeah.
Oh, you're at the hay at home.
Yeah.
Good man. Have you used hay fit the bale?
Oh, we're after baling it now.
Oh, you have it done. Oh yeah, bale your own first. Don't worry about mine.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. I see
No,
what's going on here.
There's a number 2 coming now. We're not upset yet.
Ah, yeah. Ah, well, not be too bad. I'd say we'll get this bale.
Number 2, we'll show you.
How many feet are you up here?
Yeah, the whole lot, 20 acres here, Robbie.
When do you intend finishing that? 5 feet gold.
It'll be done tonight, before this rain comes.
Walking is too hard, huh?
Right, I am convinced this is fit for baling, and a good way of telling is if the bales are light, but you can't lift them up. Well fit for baling, and you can do that with them, they're well fit for baling. I remember a couple of years ago baling so-called hay, and I wasn't actually able to fit to lift them off the ground at all, but they still were okay. They were okay for bedding, but that should be fine. That's plenty dry enough. Kyle, what do you think?
All good stuff, great stuff.
Yeah, it should be the best, shouldn't it?
Aye. We'll see if this is heading towards now in the winter now.
Yeah, there you have it. this one's taken off now. Total disaster now, rained off on the job. Just gonna have to see what tomorrow brings. Oh, it's just, disaster. Don't know what to say. Gonna have to leave it here. What are you doing with my camera? Give me that, Dodie. Your little handsome boy. That's Daddy's camera. Come here, look at it, look at Daddy and his little boy. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy. Look at the little handsome boy. Oh, little handsome boy. He's a little boy. Now, after the disaster of that rain last night and messing up the hay, well, I'm not sure has it fully messed it up, but so I've been posting a bit of a story, few updates on what's going on Facebook and Instagram, and a lot of people are saying wrap it. If it gets wet at this stage, just wrap it. I don't really want to wrap it for the simple reason it's 10 miles away. It's an awful lot of hassle trying to bring home wrap bales of stuff which is not particularly good quality to wrap at this stage, especially for sheep. Might be okay for, I don't know, dry suckler cows or something like that, I'm not sure. It's just not ideal for sheep, and I had it in my head it's just a kind of a buffer for me to have in my shed for part bedding, part feeding. I don't know, maybe if I'm getting some lambs away or if I got really stuck for fodder, couldn't get silage. It's just good to have it in the shed. Like the old saying goes, it's like money in the bank. I'd rather be looking at 100 bales of hay than looking at 100 bales of bad silage. So you'll see the sky is kind of hazy sunshine here behind me. It's given good. I'm going to try and ted it out and maybe try and get it dried out, but it's quite a heavy dew this morning. I'm going to have to wait for that to burn off. So just to give you an idea, I'm not sure if you can see those droplets of water on the grass. So it's about almost 10 o'clock. You see my hand is wet. So there's no point going anywhere near a field of hay with that moisture still on the grass. I have to wait for that to burn off, so patience. But I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic. But I'm going to do a little job. I have a ram sale coming up tomorrow, and really I today planned for getting those rams ready. It is pressure, a lot of pressure. I have a bit of preparation to do in the rams. I have no dressing stands or dressing tables. I have a heap of them here that came back from galvanising, but I haven't got them together. So I'm just going to throw one together while I'm waiting for that dew to burn off. We'll stick one of these together. So we'll see if we can fire together fairly quick and see how that goes. Right, job done. Going down to look at this hay and see what the story is down there. Down in the field here, with a different operation. It's a Crone 6-rotor rake. Belongs to the contractor, the lad that was doing the baling. I think he felt a bit sorry for me after the mishap with the rain yesterday. But look, I'm not blaming anybody. It's not his fault. I understand the pressure that the contractors are under. He is a bit of hay himself, so he wants me, he says, look, Ted your own, go down and Ted mine, we might get it by evening. I'm pretty optimistic on this stuff. It is not bad at all, considering the nice little bit of rain we had. And I woke up last night and it was raining as well. Crone 6-rotor rake, John Deere 6910, nice baby, over 30,000 hours on that thing, and it's still going strong. We'll just give you a look at this. It's lovely and dry on top, but the rain has got down a little bit. But it wasn't actually this good yesterday morning, and it's great to see blue sky and a bit of sun. So fingers crossed, we'll see. We'll get this, we better get going here. I think there's rain coming at 4 o'clock, so under pressure again, but we'll make a start. This is what I needed days ago. But anyway, put together for today. Surprising dust off of here. No grass that's a little damp, there's a surprising dust off it. I'm optimistic, but I was last night too, so we shall see. We're going well though, just trying to avoid the poles. A couple of holes in the field here. Wouldn't be used to a machine this wide. Just not convinced this is destined to be. This baby's just after cutting out. I'm not sure what the problem is. Contractor did say there's a fuel pump issue on it, and when you're starting it, turn the key on and off a couple of times and let it prime itself up. Not good. It's a cracking day. Started, thankfully. Please keep going, please. Okay, we're away again. Please keep going. Just stopped again. Oh, and it was going really well. I almost have this other field done. We'll see, we'll give it a minute. She's not going too bad, but it is struggling for fuel. I'm not sure what the story is. Full tank, but something wrong with the fuel pump, but we'll give it another go. It's very hot in this baby. And the fan going flat out, pumping in hot air, even though it's set to cold here. We'll have to open a few windows. We'll give it a go here. Go on, you girl, yeah. Go on, you girl, yeah. Go on. No. One more go. We'll give it a go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Right. Doesn't like starting when the camera's on. Just turn the key and away she's gone. We'll get this turn. We'll get going again. Hopefully she'll stay going. Come on, baby. Come on. All shook out. You can't beat having the right machine at the right time for the right job. Unbelievable how fast that worked. Probably not as good as the Lily, but that is drying pretty well. Happy with that now. That should be fit in about an hour. I've a bit to shake out now for the lad that owns the rake. Won't do that now. Now that's this bit for the contractor headed out. Challenging hill here, as you can see. It is surprisingly steep, but we navigated safely enough. Last thing we want to do is turn something upside down. Oh, there's the tractor spinning a bit. We're going to have to manoeuvre. You see the ground is a bit sticky there, but we're okay. It's just a bit wet around the gap. Just marginal land. It's a bit like my own running along water courses here. Can be soft enough in spots. Heading is done. Just going to go and get the baler. So the contractor has asked me to go and get his other baler, and try and get my bit done and maybe get his done, because there is rain coming. It's definitely coming this evening. So better give him a hand. Just found another couple of fields in here. This is the biggest 7 or 8 acres I've ever seen. But anyway, we'll keep going. So the contractor has been getting on very well. He has this field finished. I'm just rolling up here now. I'm not sure what I have to do. But we'll make a start. Right, we are baling. Before this rain comes, we're going okay. I think going okay. This other man is baling beside me with the combi baler. I'm baling with the McHale. It's a 560, I think, the one that was on the go last night. So, okay, keep going. Better not have a crash here anyway. It is not simple because the automatic part of the clock is not working. You'll hear it beeping here. I've the young lad Kyle with me here. Sheep farmer, now a sheep farmer. How are we getting on with this job, Kyle? How would you rate us out of 10?
Good enough, aren't
The first time for everything. Not be long till you're baling. What age are you now?
you? 12.
Good man, I'll give you another year. Once you hit your teens, that's it. You'll never look back.
9.
You'll be out day and night like your father. Some men, these contractors, in fairness to them. Right, here's my chance. There's a row here. I'll follow the rake here. These are serious rows of grass. You'll see the reeler is struggling to take it in here, but it's working okay. Now, we were getting on very well, myself and young Kyle here, but we've just realised we're at a net, or very close to it. There's definitely not enough for one roll on that, so have to try and figure out how to do this job, but I'm sure it's not that complicated. I think that flicks back, and then that loosens that, yeah, lovely. You just feed the net in there. Which way does it go? So it goes round that bar, under that one. Will you remember all that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I have it. Now how do you lift this?
There you go.
That it?
Your answer.
Okay. And then what do you do with this?
Fire now.
Lived after the farmer, is it? How do you What's this start? No, that's it. You ready now? Oh, jeez, there's the rain. Quick. I think that goes the other way, Kyle, does it?
Probably.
I think you have to turn that roll around, yeah. Just let me in there. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I have to turn it. Right. Do this. I see a drawing here, might help. Go up here.
Yeah.
Here. Cross this. Down into that. That'd be it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully.
I think that's it. Right. So we pull this back. Pick this bar over. I think that's sprung loaded there. That's it. Right, okay, come on, let's go. Here's the rain. Take a bust. Right, as you can see, it's just starting to rain. But we're going to get a bit of this bale now. Now, as you can see, it is raining. But we're going to keep going. I think we'll keep going. Now, there is inexperience, if ever you've seen it. My good fence. My sheep wire. Over the sheep wire. Anyway, at least it's all baled up. That little skip of rain. Funny, it stopped raining now. No dust on the baler. That was just enough rain to dampen things a bit. But look, I'm not leaving that there. There was only about a bale and a half. It's actually not too bad. A little bit of moisture in it, but not too bad. Not too worried about it. It can make a bed and bale. Now, there's the boys rolling out. Just by a whisker, extremely close, that I got that. I'd say the last 2 or 3 bales are a little bit iffy. The dust disappeared coming out of the baler. That was a sure sign that the moisture content was getting up, but look, they'll be alright. It's not an easy job making hay in the current climate, but it's good to have it. Hay and straw is a serious commodity, up in my part of the world anyway, because there's no tillage. So for bedding alone, and I use quite a bit of bedding, so unfortunately this is almost too good for bedding. It's pretty good quality hay, but last year most of the hay in this part of the world was used for bedding, which was unfortunate. And at the minute, hay is retailing at €50 per round bale. For one of these round bales is €50. Now, I'm not actually sure of the total. I forgot to ask the contractor there, but I have to bring this tractor down for the contractor down to his bit of ground. But that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.